G'day folks, Scott Amon from Ozventure here. Most of you are aware that we've just come back from a trip up Cape York, and it was cut a little bit short due to flooding down here on the farm, and we had to come back and fix fences so stock didn't end up out on the road and what have you. We've done a few changes to our boat setup, towing setup, everything since that last trip. We've only been home 2 months and I'm about to head off again shortly. And what we have done is a major fit out on the floor and decking of our 6 metre hooker centre console. Trish and I found long days on the water and what have you on hard fiberglass floors was, while it's easy to clean, it was hard on your feet after long days, particularly in the tropics, and hard on your legs, hard on your knees. I guess we ain't getting any younger. So I've been looking at flooring options for a long time. None of them are cheap, and I was confused as to which way to go. Some of them were more expensive than others. So I've done a fair bit of homework over the last couple of years on which way to go with flooring. Spoke to a number of people who have various different types of flooring. I've spoken to commercial operators who have various different types of flooring. In the end, I decided to run with what I think is the original and the best, which is C-Deck. I understand that stands the test of time better than any of them. UV, salt water, all the elements. It seems to be the best and adhere better, stay adhered better, and stand up to wear and tear better, and particularly those UV elements and what have you. So I went to Boat Flooring Australia. I decided I wasn't going to fit it myself. Like anything really, it's best to give it to the experts who are doing it all the time to get done properly. They don't cut any corners if they're good operators. Boat Flooring Australia came highly recommended. I found them really good to deal with. So I took the boat up there and got those guys to fit it. Yes, they can do packs and you can fit it yourself, but I preferred them to do all the prep work. It'd be done better than I can do it. I know that for sure. I don't do my own electrical work at home on 240 volt for one reason, because I ain't an electrician. And, there's a lot of mechanical things which I do on my vehicles, boats, campers, all that sort of stuff. But when it comes to the more major stuff, I don't pretend to be an expert mechanic, and I'd rather get the experts to do it. Yes, I can fit little things and do a lot of maintenance, but if I've got to do swivel hubs or something like that on either of the Land Cruisers here, it's just that much better to give it to someone who's doing swivel hubs a number of times a week or a number of times a month and has done many hundreds of them, because when you're doing them every now and then, you just ain't as good. Guys who are packing wheel bearings all day every day are better at packing them than someone who just packs them once a month or a couple of times a year. So that's why I see it. I got Boat Flooring Australia to fit all this, so I'm going to give you a bit of a look at it. So the best place to start is the raw deck, just as it was presented to Boat Flooring Australia. You can probably notice that the main deck areas actually have a non-skid surface to them. Thankfully, this wasn't a problem to fit C-Deck to. While you can see that the floor is pretty dirty here, I'm sure you can also appreciate the glare that would reflect off all the white surfaces on a bright sunny day. This in itself certainly punches a lot of UV directly back at you and your eyes, inevitably taking a toll on you over a long day in the tropics. I'd opted to cover not just the floor, but also the casting deck and the anchor hatch area. When boarding on the bow from pontoons and wharves, this anchor hatch area was always tricky and slippery. In further discussions with Boat Flooring Australia, I decided that covering the narrow gunnels was also a good idea to avoid scratches and wear and tear when loading the boat. Plus, it would be a non-slip footing for access to the T-top when putting solar blankets and the like up there. The 2 small dicky seats that were also live bait tank and storage hatches at the stern were also an obvious contender to be covered. The whole process is damn impressive to watch unfold. Everything is designed and adjusted electronically to allow an infinite capacity to personalise patterns, shaping and logos. Once off the router, every single section of flooring matches up perfectly to hatch shapes, contours and deck hardware. A lot of preparation has gone into creating a raw, clean surface for ultimate adhesion. One of the pluses of getting the experts to do it is that this is done right. I decided on the Storm Grey over Dark Grey dual colour decking with what C-Deck refers to as a Realtree finish. We then used a planking style pattern known as Fancy Stealth Pattern. We also dropped in a couple of logos to suit the Good Boat Black Dog. You make it look like the boat just came out of the showroom, mate.
I'll go on there somewhere.
Yeah, look at that.
That's cool.
It's I got to say that I'm really happy with that Realtree. Just a bit of mottliness to it, and not too dark. It's nice not to stare at a white deck.
Yeah.
Like up in the tropics, that white comes back at you and knocks you out in a day.
Sure.
And your eyes, everything. Sunburn, the whole lot.
Yeah.
You imagine how much extra sunburn you would get that would get right up under a hat, the brims of hats.
Sure.
Reflecting off white. Nice. Well, it does it for me anyway. So am I happy with how it all finished up? Absolutely yes. It looks a treat, and the traction, comfort and aesthetic value is unarguable. I'm really looking forward to putting this decking through its paces, particularly in the unforgiving tropics. And this rig will be back up there in a few weeks, doing the hard yards. I'll keep you posted on how this decking stands the test of time. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, how's this for a handy little finishing touch? This area of console space was just a slippery slope. Now it's a grippy, functional little open storage area for all manner of knickknacks. They say simple things amuse simple minds. Oh dear, I guess that must be me. I'm going fishing.